In these few moments, I want to share with you as I think about these choices we're making with Haiti in our hemisphere. I talked to you a bit about a parable last week, where Jesus talked about Dives, the wealthy man, and Lazarus, the poor man. And it applies to nations and individuals. We are the wealthy Dives. Haiti is the poor Lazarus. Dives was not condemned to hell because he was healthy or wealthy or rich. He was condemned to hell because of his indifference to the poor. His wealth didn't send him to hell. His indifference to the poor sent him to hell. His arrogance toward the poor sent him to hell. His indifference toward his selfishness toward the poor was his ticket to hell. He was condemned for rationalizing his wealth was because of his genius. In fact, it was because of the system that favors the rich at the expense of the poor. The U.S. provides today much of the world's food aid, but it does it in such a way that only half the dollars that we give stay there, half of them come back to us. Watch this. U.S. law requires the U.S. food aid be purchased from U.S. farmers. They must process and bag it in the U.S., ship it on U.S. vessels, which cost 50% of the allocated money. A simple change of U.S. law would allow them to buy from local people and create more local jobs. According to the U.S., to the Washington Post a few weeks ago, U.S. protection of rice farmers. The federal government spent $1.3 billion in subsidies and other crops do not farm. For example, a Houston surgeon makes $490,000 a year for land that once grew rice. $490,000 a year for land that no longer grows rice. Stuttgart, Arkansas, the Rice Land Corporation, they got $500 million in rice subsidy. Rich not because they're smarter and work harder, because they've schemed to have power to protect their own interests. Lazarus was not poor because he got a bad roll of the dice. It was trade policy, labor.